Hello students, welcome to my class. I, Dr. Swati Pandya, welcomes you. So students, today we will continue with the same chapter, chapter 1, and today we will discuss about fertilization events and post-fertilization events. Now next important event is fertilization. We have many times referred it, so I'll go a little bit faster. Fusion of gamete is known as fertilization. Another new term which is used, I call it actually in my biology class, I will call it pet term. So, pet word, pet name we all are having. In biology, there are many pet words or pet names for a simple single term. So, this syngamy is the term which is used for fertilization, which result in the formation of diploid zygote. Zygote is a very important cell in every organism's life because the multicellular condition, it is produced from the single celled zygote. So zygote has its own importance in every organism's life. Another term is parthenogenesis. These are optional terms. Something which happens abnormally. So this is actually an abnormal thing. Fertilization, we all know the transfer of gametes and fertilization of gametes. But here, nothing like this process occurs. Here, what is happening? In some organisms like rotifers, honeybees, and even some lizards and birds, turkey bird is specified here, the female gametes undergoes development into a new organism without fertilization. So these type of exceptional things also occur in the nature. So a new special term is used for it, parthenogenesis. Even further, you will come to know another term, parthenocarpy, which has the same meaning. So we will discuss it afterwards. Now let us see types of syngamy, fusion. There may be of two types. It depends upon the type of organism. The lower organism means like algae, fungi. These are known as lower organisms. They will owe for external fertilization because this type of fertilization, it occurs externally. In most aquatic organisms, such as a majority of algae and fishes, as well as some amphibians, this syngamy occur in external medium, that means outside the body of an organism. Mostly water medium is preferred. So it is known as external fertilization. Similarly, another type is internal fertilization. In many terrestrial organism, which is the higher category of organism belonging to fungi or higher animals like reptiles, birds, mammals, and few higher plants like bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperm, angiosperms, the syngamy occurs inside the body of organism. So it is referred to as internal fertilization. So very simply given, external fertilization in external medium means outside the body, and internal fertilization means inside the body or internal medium. So in this way, the fertilization can occur. Now, last important event is post-fertilization event. All the events which are occurring after fertilization, they are included in post-fertilization events. Mainly, it includes formation of zygote and embryogenesis. Zygote, it is a single cell structure from which every multicellular body it develops. Let us define it. In organisms with external fertilization, zygote is formed in external medium, usually in water. We have discussed it right now. Whereas in those exhibiting internal fertilization, zygote is formed inside the body of organism. Every sexually reproducing organism, including human being, it begins its life from a single celled zygote. So zygote is an important structure. Another important event of post-fertilization event is embryogenesis. Again, we will learn this term by separating it. Embryogenesis. Embryo, the formation of embryo will be discussed here. So the process of development of embryo from zygote, that will be included in embryogenesis. It will include cell division, which is preferred, mitosis is preferred, and cell differentiation. Now, two terms are important here, oviparous and viviparous. In oviparous animals like reptiles and birds, you might have observed it, they lay egg. So the fertilized eggs, they are covered by hard calcareous shell, and after they lay egg, they hatch them properly, they incubate them, and after certain time, the time depends upon species to species, the eggs they are laid. After that, after incubation, they hatch the young ones. Another term is viviparous. In majority of mammals, including humans also, the zygote develop into a young one inside the organism's body, female organism's body. And after attaining a certain stage of growth, the young ones, they are delivered out. There in oviparous, they are hatched out, and here they are delivered out of the body of female organism. So these two terms are important to learn. In flowering plants, we have discussed earlier about animals. Now we will discuss about flowering plants. The zygote which is formed inside the ovule. The zygote develops into embryo and the ovules develop into seed. The ovary develop into fruit which develops a thick wall known as pericarp. And this pericarp is very protective. So in flowering plants also, the embryogenesis can be observed. After embryo is formed, the seeds they are developed, the fruits they are developed, and seeds they will disperse, which is known as seed dispersal from one place to another. And after attaining natural favorable condition, these seeds will germinate into a new plant. Here a diagram is given and two labels they are given, S and P. S stands for seeds, the condition of seeds are shown, and P stands for protective layer known as pericarp. So pericarp is actually the outer covering of fruit. Pericarp and seeds. Seeds are actually the ovules which were present before fertilization events, and these ovules are only converted into seeds, and the ovary is converted into fruit, and fruit wall is known as pericarp. So let us end this chapter here. I hope you understood well. If you are having any queries, you can ask me personally, and revise all the terms which I have highlighted. Students, we have learned the following terms which I have already highlighted in red color, but I am again repeating. Just have a look. You have to write these terms in your classwork. First term is clone, next is conidia, next gemule, zoospores, syngamy, parthenogenesis, embryogenesis, and pericarp. So all these terms are important for exam. Do revise it, do write down in your classwork. I am giving you an exercise in MCQ pattern. You need to solve it in your classwork. Also, solve the exercise which is given at the end of the chapter. Soon we will meet with the next chapter. We will start with chapter 2. I hope you liked it. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.